Welcome to another episode of the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast. I'm just going to say it. We are the best podcast here in the Bay. Listen, I'm looking for the best podcast in California. You feel me? And then we gonna grow, okay? But you're here for a reason, and that's because it's a dope show. So of course you're here. Make sure you subscribe because I found out that it's like a high ass statistics, like 70% or 80% of people who watch stuff on YouTube don't subscribe to the people's channel. Right. So you don't be a part of that 80% of people that's not subscribing. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And of course I have someone really dope. I just want to say this. We have to understand the power of social media because I've met some really dope people and made some really good relationships and money with people I met off social media. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people so they can know who you are, and then we can just deep dive into the conversation.
Yo, what up? My name is Keith McFarland, and I am a content creator on social media. If you haven't seen me, you probably know me from being the buff baby in the backseat, singing all the R&B songs and with the tattoos and the beard keeps showing in the video. But I am that guy who puts out that good R&B feel and it's nostalgic vibes, and that's what I do.
Listen, man, I'm scrolling on social media. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if I don't even be on the For You page. So I think it was just, you just popped up on my timeline and it was just someone you should follow. Mm-hmm. And I watched the video and I was laughed and it was good. And then I went to your page and I started watching more videos.
Yeah.
And then immediately I followed you. And I think right then, so as my mind go to business, right? Mm-hmm. I immediately was like, man, I just went through your page. I'm I'm laughing, but I'm also vibing to the music that you're playing. And so I'm really enjoying it. I think I sent you a DM immediately you need to make a playlist. You need to make a playlist because I'm because that's what your page made me do.
Make a playlist.
I went to my phone and let me see because listen. I went to my phone. And immediately I start listening to the songs that you had and I start putting them on a playlist. Yeah. Because I'm I like it. Look, I put it heartfelt music.
Yeah.
And I'm literally the Deborah Cox and all of this stuff. I'm adding the music that you were singing to a playlist because I'm number one, I'm this is some good ass shit that I ain't heard in a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So you're dope.
Appreciate that, man.
What made you start? Before that, we ain't gonna even deep dive in that.
Yeah.
Who is Keith? Where you from? All of that. Because somebody here don't know you.
Right. So I am from the Bay Area. I didn't live in Richmond. I didn't live in Oakland. I didn't live in Vallejo. I didn't live in Sassoon, Fairfield area. I'm Bay Area. I've been around. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a content creator. I wear a lot of hats, and I'm very big into production, videos. I edit all my videos. I shoot all my videos. I'm a one-man team.
For sure,
nobody helps me with anything, and but this is my passion, though. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy this, and that's pretty much what it is. My roots are big on music. I grew up listening to music since I was a kid, and I used to be a rapper. Okay. All of that, So that didn't really work out for me, and I didn't see myself being in my 30s trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? So I started focusing on my family, and they're very supportive when it comes to the stuff that I do. They have to take it for the team because they're daddy's in there with the green screen and he's singing these songs and stuff. So that's just who I am in you know?
You know, it's crazy because I used to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Like if you go on iTunes, like my album on there, if you look on YouTube, I got music videos.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell the people my rap names or the group I was in. I don't want nobody to look me up.
Yeah.
But I definitely used to be on rap, and we used to do tours and have shows, all kind of stuff. So I mean, music is definitely like it's something that's just in us, right?
For sure.
It's definitely that's something
and
that's
it brings
just
people
in
together.
Us. Definitely brings people together, right? Like I'm big on like as far as like throwing events, like one of the events I put on like karaoke.
Yeah.
Right. And people love it. And even so I run a after school program with the kids. Even at the high school, I be bringing karaoke. I bring the mic out, play the words, and then like I think I posted a video of like the kids was singing their heart out to Keisha Cole and you know they love that and or Fantasia, you know, stuff like that. And it just to think that how music can just like, as I say, like endless time. Yeah. Right? Because those are songs I grew up on. And that was 20, 25 years ago. Right. And these kids now still singing the music.
Timeless music.
I
love it. That's kind of what I do. Most of the songs that I try to do is timeless music. Right. Like we can still listen to it here in 2024. Yeah. And it came out in the 80s or the 70s or the 90s. You know what I mean? I love that. Yeah. I love that. We don't really have music like that no more.
Yeah. No, you know what? That's crazy that you say that because it's like music nowadays, like it's some R&B stuff like that I listen to, but I don't see myself like the music now. I don't really see myself like bumping it 20 years from now. Yeah. But we got music from when I was a kid that my mom listened to when she was a kid that still play to this day. Yeah. Right. And that's crazy how time is. Who okay, let me ask you this. Who's your favorite artist in a sense of like, okay, I'm actually two parts. Yeah. Tell me your favorite like R&B artist from back in the day. Or top 3.
Ooh. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Donnell Jones. Ooh. I'm gonna go with Man, you kind of put me on the spot with this one. I'm gonna be honest with you because I listen to so much.
I feel that
so many artists, and I don't know if I have like a top 3. Donnell Jones, I'm gonna say him because I like the creativity with that "Where I Want to Be" song, and how he did that, and I was like, ooh, okay. And then I watched the video because I really love the visuals too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm watching the video and I'm like, bro really broke up with his girl so he can go get another girl only to get back with his girl. I was like, that's some real nigga shit. You know?
Outside the restaurant, you know, taking to the girl that you just broke up with. That's so funny.
So that really like changed my perspective and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you can make like a movie, but that's also real life scenarios that people actually go through. Yeah. You know, so songs like that, who else do I know word for word though? I really like the old school stuff though, before the 90s, like the Temptations and the Gap Band. Those are like, I like feel good music, you know. Sure. So yeah.
Who is somebody new that you like or that you listening to? Like for me, like I really like Trey Songz.
Okay.
I'm a Trey Songz fan. Yeah. I've been for a while. I like his music, but also he did like a lot of mixtapes. Yeah. Where he was rapping, and a lot of people don't know like Trey Songz is a rapper, and so like I like his stuff. And then I really like Neo. I'm a fan of Neo. Neo makes good like sex music.
Yeah. Neo like, is a GOAT, and I feel like he don't get talked about
enough, right? Not only does he make like I love like Say It, Mirror, those are like good like love making songs and stuff. But then he also write for everybody.
That's a fact.
He wrote a lot of songs, so I really like Neo. And then my other one is I like Miguel.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Adorn, but I have not listened to Miguel in a long time. I want to say I will say I'm a Tyrese fan.
Okay.
I'm a big Tyrese fan. Just the way he, runs with the. I wish he would do more music than movies.
Okay.
I wish he would come back to the music space.
To the music side.
And Usher. I would say Usher.
You can't go wrong with Usher.
Yeah.
Right? You can't go.
I grew up on Usher.
We grew up on Usher, and he is still at the top.
Killing it.
He's still killing it, right? I just literally seen somebody post him last night. It was at his concert, right? So he still make new music. I didn't go.
Yeah.
I didn't go. He was out here and I had a ticket and something happened and I couldn't go. So gave the ticket to somebody else. But I'm like, I didn't see him in Vegas and he came out here and something happened. I couldn't go. I was hella upset.
Yeah.
Because he's a good performer. He's a good performer. And like Confessions, like you can't. That is one of the top albums of all time.
So you say that, but I'm really a big fan of 8701.
You really like 8701?
I love 8701.
Okay.
So they got some sleepers on there that I would like. Me and my brother, we shared a room and stuff, and he'd be like, "Bro, I'm trying to go to sleep." We'd throw that 8701 on.
8701 was it. Okay, so look, let me look.
Yeah.
Because he actually had another album that I thought was a sleeper. What's the album where he's standing next to the car?
Standing next to the car. Is that the one he had the shades on?
Yeah.
Is that after Confessions?
I can't. Here I Stand.
Yeah.
Here I Stand is his that's the one with Trading Places and Moving Mountains. But he got a song on here called Love You Gently.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
Love You Gently was my Usher song.
I'm gonna listen to that.
That was it.
Yeah, nah. I'm 8701. He had the You Got It Bad on there. You Remind Me. He had this one song called Can You Help Me? I really like that one. And then there was this one where he's like speaking Spanish called How Do I Say?
Okay.
So my mom played that album like from top to bottom. Oh, and Case. I'm a big fan of Case. Big fan of Case. Yeah.
I like Case.
Yeah, my 90s experience was crazy. And literally every video that I put is like real life. Like,
for sure.
If I'm riding in the Cadillac with grandparents, I'm listening to old school. Mom, 90s. With my mom, my sister's dad, I'm listening to DMX. And all the stuff I probably shouldn't be listening to. But
you know what's funny is because you made a video and I love content.
Yeah.
So as a content creator, I really appreciate when I see other people make content and it's like thought out and you can see it, right? And you made a post. So I throw parties and stuff. So I have a page called I used to run a food and beverage party page. And it's called the MF and Spot.
Okay.
And so I was like, once I stopped kind of throwing parties, I'm like, okay, how can I keep the page going?
For sure.
And I made one video of like songs that we used to listen to that we ain't had no thing listen.
Yeah.
And it was the Next song.
Yeah.
And I think you made a video recently, and it was just like, we seen these songs when we was young.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what it was. So, like in the beginning of the song, he was like, I wonder if she could tell I'm hard right now.
Right.
And it's like, wait.
Right.
I'm singing this, but at the time, I didn't know what the hell that meant.
So wait, you did a video like that too?
Yeah, I did a video like that like 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And I didn't stay consistent with it.
Okay. So that's the video that actually took off.
Yeah.
For me was the Next Too Close song.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, when we heard it on the radio a lot.
Right.
But we never heard the album version. So when you did hear the album version, you go, I wonder if she can tell I'm hard right now. You're like, when did that part come on? Because I never heard this on the radio. So it went over our heads, but we were already too deep because we was listening to it on the radio every day. Now, that, and then somebody actually wrote me a comment and they was like, hey, this is like my idea. And I was like, So I really don't pay attention to everybody's content because I don't want to get inspired or steal, say I'm stealing somebody's idea.
Right.
And so I really don't know what people be talking about, but somebody was like, hey, this is a lot like my idea, and I never seen it. So it ended up taking off, and then that's what like shot me to the moon on followers and stuff. And then I was like, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
So great minds think alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're all, people forget that we all lived in the same era. So we're all gonna have the same kind of ideas.
For sure.
It's just on how you execute it.
Yeah. And I just say like the thing is like consistency is the only cheat code.
For sure.
And people can have ideas or say whatever, but if you aren't consistent with it, then what you saying or what you do, it don't matter, right?
Facts.
What you're doing is consistent. And I kind of want to talk about that. What made you start doing it? Like, what made you be like, I'm going to use this. Do you use Snapchat for your filter?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So what made you be like, I'm about to use this baby filter and I'm about to start singing along. And then not only that, like your sing along method is like, you're on point. Every note, like you're not skipping nothing, right? And so I'm like watching that and I'm like, damn, he good. Like you're a professional lip singer.
For sure.
For real, right?
I really feel like that.
So like, it's like, what made you just start? Like, what made you like, all right, I'm gonna do this?
Okay, so like I've always done it off camera, like years, always. And then how it started was I would do them for my stories. And I would call them kitchen concerts. So I eat a lot of egg whites, and I'm making my eggs and stuff, and I set the camera up, and I'm lip singing a song off of like Amazon, the little speaker thing.
Yeah.
And then this girl I know that I went to high school with, she was like, "You should make these into reels." And I was like, there was a disconnect between TikTok and Reels and stuff. That was all new to me. I'm like, I don't know. I might be too old for this. You know what I mean? It's for the kids, you know? But she was like, no, there's like a lane that people actually like stuff like this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So my first reel was B2K. And I used my son because at the time he had the little twist like Lil Fizz. So he played Lil Fizz. I played Omarion. I put a do-rag on the back of my head because he had the little taper in the front. So I did that and people were like, yo, what is this? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I kept going. It didn't work out. The kitchen concerts didn't work out, right? So then I started making videos reenacting the songs. So I have the Donnell Jones video where I'm standing outside of my patio window like I'm trying to get her attention. Got all that. That didn't really work out. Well, it did work out. I did an immature video, Never Lie, and it took off on somebody else's page. This guy posted it, right?
Dang,
He posted my video and he cropped it so my name was not shown and didn't tag me. Guess how many views it got? 2.5 million.
Dang.
2.5 million views. And I'm hitting him up. I'm like, bro, can you please tag me? Can you please tag me? But you know, with Instagram, some of these messages go into hidden files and doesn't go straight to your messages. So he finally tagged me at like 2.5. I had like maybe 400 followers at the time. It got me up to like 600. And I just like, you know what? If those people like my video, that means I'm onto something.
You onto something.
So keep going. You know, I was like, maybe it'll happen to me later on. He got 2.5 million views. It'll happen to me.
Yeah.
And then I did a video on TikTok for Boys to Men, and it shot me up to like 18K followers. But TikTok is so weird with music. You have to have the specific song that they have on there. It can't be any part of the song that you choose. It has to be the part that they have.
Yeah.
So I made a little money on TikTok, but they started muting my videos and stuff like that. And I was like, man, this is
they went through
a headache.
They contract thing of music and stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny. I want to step back a little bit. It's funny that you say that because I did that one time. I reposted a comedian. It's it's this comedian and his wife that make funny videos. They do pranks on each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know who they was, but I reposted a video. But the video I reposted didn't come from them. It came from somebody else, right? So somebody else reposted them. And I'm like, oh, this video hella funny. So I took it and I put it on my page.
Right.
And it got over 6 million views.
Damn. Yeah.
And then the comedian hit me like, next time, tag me if you're going to use my video. And I had to hit him like, bro, like, I didn't get this from your page. I got this from somebody else. So I'm like, so I was like, I wouldn't do you like that, but I didn't know who you was. Sure. I didn't know who to tag.
Yeah, no,
right. I didn't know who to tag. I got this from like one of those like funny pages.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I didn't know who to tag, but then I went in and I tagged them in the video and stuff. But he definitely hit me like, he seen them views like, bro, you tag me if you gonna use my stuff.
Right.
I was just like, if I ever use your stuff again, I promise.
And that's hard too, because you go, I put all this time and effort into a video and I didn't even reap the benefits from it. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
For sure.
So after that, I just kept going, kept making the videos. And the first time I used the baby filter was I had made a skit about BET Uncut. And I played the dad version of me, which is me, and then I played the kid version of me getting caught watching BET, but I'm like switching the channel. And I didn't seen that video, get redone a couple of times already, which is cool. So that was the first time, and Ty Dolla $ign had liked the video of that, and I was like the first celebrity that ever liked anything that I had did. And I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, yo. I'm like, nah, Ty Dolla $ign liked the video. She like, no, I'm like, nah, for real. I'm like, so then I was like, okay, keep going. And that one, I think it had got up to like 8,000 or something. I had a couple other videos go viral, and I was like, let me run the Babyface video back again. And I was like, let me do it in the back seat, listening to Mary J. Blige the way I used to when I rode with my mom. That one, I think it got like 3,000 likes or something in like 2 days or something. And I do a lot of research on content and stuff like that. And a lot of my videos have been trial and error. I'll see what works and see what doesn't work. So I said, okay, let's redo it again. Let's try this backseat video thing again. And then I did the next video, and then it took off,
because I want to kind of ask you this question because you said you do like a research on content and somebody else like watching this and they was like, well, what does that look like?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I watch like a lot of people say hashtags are dead, but I also feel like the right hashtags is what you're missing. It can't be generic. Like,
for sure.
Next, too close. It gotta be, let's name the people in the group. You know what I mean? Because they're all separate identities. It's a number of things. And so Instagram used to have this thing called ad tags, right? Now, for some reason, I had a couple videos that went viral from using these ad tags, and that was before hashtags. They took it off of my Instagram account.
Dang.
So it kind of set me back because now I had to rely on hashtags, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then I went from getting 100,000 likes on a video to getting 20 likes on a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I was ready to quit.
Yeah.
So even before the videos did take off, I had told my wife, I'm like, yo, I'm about to quit doing this because what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know? But then I started doing more research. I'm like, the right hashtags and using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
AI is...
Yeah.
ChatGPT is next. Listen, I love ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And it's funny that I talk to people and people will still be like, what is it? I ain't never used it before. Right. It's like, wait, you don't use ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Like, you tripping.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like if your brain does not, function to the highest compatibility, like, use AI.
Yeah, I just tell people this, like, I use AI as like an assistant. I just talk to it like it's a normal person, right?
Yes.
I can have a full on. So I have a community of entrepreneurs, and I teach every Tuesday and Thursday. So I have to come up with lesson plans of what I'm gonna teach or talk about all of that.
For sure.
I will take my lesson plan and put it in ChatGPT, and just to be like, what do you think of this? What can I add to it? How can I improve it? What other lessons can I teach? What questions can I ask? How can I make this more interactive? And then like, you know, obviously gives me those answers.
Sure.
And then I don't necessarily take everything it say, but it's always like, I didn't think of that.
Exactly.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And it's something that people got to understand is like, you got to start using it because you don't know everything or you can't think of everything, right? And so using AI like really helps expand on ideas I already have.
That's a fact. And that's you hit the nail right on the head. Like that's exactly what I do. So I'll get a ton of ideas all through the day and I'll just put it in my notes. Because I forget, you know, my brain is like moving fast. So I'll hear something. Like I just did a Tony the Tiger commercial, and it was me sitting down eating a bowl of cereal, watching this commercial. Hey Tony, I like the things you do, and people go, "Oh, I ain't heard this in 25 years."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I forgot all about this.
Right.
So it's little stuff like that where I go, we take from our childhood and then we bring it back and go, "Hey, you remember this?" And then people go, "Damn, I forgot about this."
Yeah.
So it's little stuff like that, and then I just come up with the visual of how I see it or how I remember it when I was a kid. But AI is definitely my assistant.
Yeah.
When I say I'm a one-man band, like, AI is helping me
Number
out.
2.
Yeah. AI
Number
is helping
2.
me out. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun like doing it, and the amount of people that's been showing support and the amount of hate, you know, because a lot of people don't think about that. They go, I want to be a content creator, but can you handle the hate too?
Oh man,
you know.
So, I have my brother, and you was telling me that you just watched this episode.
For
sure. When we worked on growing his page and his following, right? And his stuff is like all jokes and all that kind of stuff, but every joke ain't funny to everybody.
For sure.
Some people take it personal.
Facts.
And so you get a lot of hate, right? And like you said, that is something people don't think about, right? You want the following, you want the engagement, but can you handle like, even if you got 100 comments, 95 of them is positive, but them 5 that's negative, can you would dwell on that 5 and it just like make you like, oh my gosh, people hate me or just whatever. But that's something that people don't think about.
That's
like with love comes hate.
That's a fact.
And that's something that we have to understand. But it's just like, what's your process of handling that or dealing with that?
So I've been getting, I've probably got maybe 5 negative comments since doing it. Since growing, and that's just the ones that I've seen. Yeah. But one person recently, they was like, "Yo, these aren't even funny. They not even on sync, you know, because if you watch them with earphones or if you watch them on your car,
a delay.
Yeah, it's a delay. So and I totally understand that, but I was like, but it did sit with me for a minute, and I was like, damn. Well, maybe they not funny though. I'm like, well, you know, I'm like, and why though? Why am I thinking like that when I got 100 other people saying they love it? Yeah, but this one person is saying they hate it. So, me personally, I'll run things. I talk to my wife. I go, look, somebody said this, and she'll be like, yeah, so what? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So what? So what? Like, let's keep it going. You know what I mean? And that's just been my thing. Like, keep going. Yeah. Keep going. Staying consistent, and you know, that's gonna come with it. The hate is gonna come with it. Somebody even said I stole their skit recently the other night, and I think I seen you. Did you make a post about that in your story? I did. Yeah. And then the dates was not there.
Yours was before
a month
theirs.
Before. Yeah. You know, so it's like it's little stuff like that. And I'm like, that's one thing I don't do is steal ideas, because I know how hard it is to come up with ideas and execute on these videos. And the last thing I want to do is steal somebody's stuff and then take off and then You know what I mean?
I'm devil's advocate. This is a copycat world.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Especially with content. And so that's like if I come out with a dance, that's like, all right, I ain't gonna do that dance because this person did the dance. But you gotta think like somebody come out with a dance and it got popular, you're gonna see hundreds of thousands of people doing the same dance, right? So I mean, one thing I do teach people is to like see what's popping and recreate it.
Yeah.
Don't steal, like if I'm coming out with something and I'm teaching something, don't steal my every word.
Right.
But like you can like
take a piece.
That's smart or that's good. Like I'm gonna take that and make it fit me. Exactly. And so like I tell the people like see what you like and make it fit you. Make it fit your brand because what fits my brand don't always fit yours, right?
For sure.
So I definitely am a believer in that, but not necessarily just like, don't be like, oh man, this babyface dude making these lip singing videos hella funny.
Yeah.
Let me do the exact same thing. Let me be babyface and I'm gonna be in the backseat of the car do the same exact thing. It's like now.
Yeah, I get messages like that and they go, well, what filter is this? How can I do this? And I'm like, I told somebody, I say, you know, bro, you really have to do what you know.
Yeah.
This is what I know, like music. Like, so the lip singing is my focal point. The baby face is just the time where I gravitated to the music.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like people, I don't share how I do it. If you find it, you find it.
You find it.
Yeah, that's just how it is. And the game is to be sold, not to be told. So it's always gonna be like that, you know. You got to do your research. I did my research. Other people got to do their research too when it comes to the content creation.
Yeah.
And it was something else I wanted to say on the lines of that. So trending audio, right? I'm going to start getting back into that. I would find, you know, the trending audios and then I would see what inspires me about this trending audio to make it my own. Like how you said, you know, because everybody is using the same song. Now, how can I make it different?
How can I make it different for sure?
Take off the same way other people have? So that's what I do, man. And it's like literally the trial and error of social media. It is not easy because of the algorithm always changing and, you know, things come and go.
Yeah.
So now I'm branching out to do more than backseat videos because originally that's what I was doing. I was doing other stuff, but the backseat stuff took off. And you want to keep doing that because that's the reason why people follow you.
Follow you, right.
You know what I mean? So you see a lot of pages, they'll do something and they'll take off, they'll get all these followers, and then they'll do something else. Not knowing all these followers came to you because you did that one thing. And, you know, you have people go, well, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of seeing you in the back seat.
Yeah.
Okay, well, other people not.
Yeah,
you know
other people
I mean?
not. Yeah,
like, so change the channel. You know what I mean?
If you don't like it,
That's
don't
how
watch
I feel.
it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I definitely agree with like adding to it, right? Diversifying like what you do, right? So it's like, okay, I got all y'all here.
Yeah.
Y'all like these videos. Let me sprinkle some other stuff in here. Like you said, it's trial and error. So it's like, okay, let me do something different. I'm gonna do this a couple of times and see if this hit too. Right. Then it's like, all right, that ain't really hitting. I ain't gonna really do that. But then you're still keeping up with what people came for right? So I serve chicken and people love my chicken. It's the best chicken in the world. But it's like, okay, everybody ain't gonna eat chicken all the time. Let me try to add this to it. Right? Let me try to see if this chicken sandwich will work, right? I'm still serving chicken, but I'm gonna make a chicken sandwich. It ain't really hitting. Let me try something else. I'm still serving chicken, and that ain't gonna come off the menu. But I'm gonna add a couple more things to the menu to see what hits. And because when I find out what else hits, now I got two things that's going well for me.
Exactly.
Right.
So like tonight, the video that I am posting tonight, it is with me, just me, not no baby face. But I do this thing where I use 3 different characters of me, 3 different versions. So like it'll be me here, me there, and me over there. But it looks like we're all friends. You know what I mean? It's gonna be cool. So it's basically I'm using you remember DMX with the so the fact that he naming all those girls, I'm reacting to all the girls with the ad libs as mother.
Brenda.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you.
You tell you what's so funny? I just want to say shout out Cam, my guy Cam.
Shout out Cam.
We literally had a meeting on Thursday. So me and him, he is my accountability partner coach.
For sure.
And we were watching, I'm big on like continue my education. And we were watching this content course. And as we were watching the course, we're sitting down talking about how can we like make our content better, right? Yeah. And we were talking about skits. I've done skits and stuff before. And we were literally talking about the skits where it's hella different characters.
Yeah. Right?
And it was just like, it was a Canadian lady who do like 5-6 different characters in one video. And I was like, that's too much for me. I ain't gonna do 5 or 6, but maybe 2 or 3, right? And to add that. And so it's just funny that you say that because we literally were just having that conversation Thursday.
Yeah.
But you, I don't want this to go over people's head of what you're saying because, I mean, I understand it, but some people may not.
For sure.
You're planning out your content.
Yeah.
And one thing that I try to teach people and I try to tell them is like, to make content creation easier, you got to plan it out.
Yeah.
Because if I plan out what 5 videos I'm going to do or how is it going to look or what music I'm going to use or what I'm going to teach, when it comes time for me to shoot, I already know what I'm doing. So when people be like, oh man, it takes me hella long to make the content, it's like, cause you're not planning it out.
Right.
And I just want to highlight that. And I want people to understand like planning out your content makes it easier to execute.
That's a fact. That's been a game changer.
Yeah.
You know, so when I plan out skits and I do the skits where I'm playing 3 different characters, I go man 1, man 2, man 3 is saying this, and I'll shoot everything for man 1 in one go, and I'll shoot everything for man 2 in one go, man 3, and then when I get to edit it, I stack them all on top, and then I chop and cut, and then so like now it probably takes me like 15, 20 minutes to edit a video because I know the process. I know what I want to do. I know it like the back of my hand, where when I first started, it would take me so long to try to line up the words. And then I go, I didn't say that right. Now I have to go shoot that over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, just even planning. So like I have all my notes is like packed right now because every video that I've been posting every day, I have a section for it. So I need to delete it, but or you know, fix it, figure it out. But there's this girl I follow. Her name is That's T, and she had told me that she shoots all her content in one go, batch shooting, and I was like, the fact that she gave me game on that, I'll go, that's what I need to do too, because I was burning myself out trying to shoot a video in the morning and then post it at night, you know, and then do it again and do it again.
Yeah.
So now I do, you know, 7 videos a day.
Yeah.
And I'll be set for the week. So if I do have some free time during the week, I'll shoot 2 more.
Yeah.
And then I'll, you know, shoot 2 more then I'll shoot another 7.
Yeah.
So planning is like the biggest thing you can do when it comes to content creation.
Yeah. I have mines. I say strategize, plan, batch create, batch edit, right? And then if you need, auto scheduler, right? And so that's like the formula that I'll be teaching my clients and stuff because that's really important, right? To batch create. And so like even with this podcast, right? I batch create. I come here on Saturday morning, I shoot 3 or 4 episodes so I'm able to show up consistently on YouTube. I'm not trying to be like, oh, every Saturday I gotta record because then if I miss a Saturday, then I'm gonna miss that week. Right. And a lot of people that's trying to create content for their business, they miss that part of batch creating their content, and then they don't show up for a week because it's like, oh, every day I'm trying to shoot a video, edit it, and post it, and it becomes overwhelming.
For sure. And if you go on vacation, you don't want to miss that, that shot, and I've seen you had posted something, you go, posting 365 days comparing to posting, once a week. I want to say it was the podcast you did with your friend, and that really it set like an alert on me, and I was like, because this is new to me, posting every day. I've been posting every day since October 3rd, and it's
like a world of a difference.
It's a world of a difference. It's like cool. It's like cool. Like people come, but if I miss a day, I'm scared to miss a day now.
Yeah.
Because then people might go, well, what happened to him? You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
He was being so consistent, So that's just one thing I don't, and I will say one thing about content creation is you got to have gratitude. You know what I'm saying? You have to be comfortable with getting 10 likes. Or 1 like. You know what I mean? To be ready to get 100,000 likes or whatever. So when I would, before like the following started happening, I'm at work every time I'm posting a video. So I'll be at work and it'll be 8:00. I post my videos at 8:00 every night. And I used to be working and I'd be like, ooh, I'd be so happy if I got 50 likes tonight. And then I'd get off of work and I'd have 50 and I'd be like, cool. You know what I'm saying? That made me feel good. I'm like, 50 people like what I did, so let's do it again. I got 600 followers, but only 50 people liked it. And I'm cool with that. So then now I get 50 likes in like 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So but I'm grateful, and I always thank God. I'm like, man, like, this is what I wanted. So I'm not gonna complain about nothing.
Right.
Everything that's coming towards me, I'm grateful for it.
So let me ask this. What do you plan on doing with it? Is there a goal or something like, okay, I'm gonna get these followers?
Yeah.
What's your monetization mind goes to?
Me personally, I'm looking for opportunity right now. I really would love to do like film, being like a movie or a show or something. That's really like my goal. Because even now, as I watch movies and shows, I'm not really looking at it going, oh, this is a great storyline. I'm going, oh, I love how they shot that scene. Oh, the lighting was great right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I love storytelling. I love how people can tell a story and make you go, I could feel that.
Right.
And it's kind of like what I do with my videos, because they go, I remember that.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really what I would love to do, is to, do a film. So like I downloaded this app called Backstage, and eventually I'm gonna start like going for roles and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
I will say in my business mind, right?
Yeah.
And just like how I think is just like, number one, I was telling you, like, create the playlist,
For
right?
sure. Yeah.
And I seen you made the Spotify. I checked that out. I seen that.
Yeah.
And so that's just always good, because that's something like people can share. Or when people are like, oh, this is a dope playlist.
Yeah,
and they be like, oh, I got it from,
Right.
this guy on Instagram, right? That, I don't know how you feel about like hosting events, but like karaoke. Like
I would love
karaoke
to.
night, something like that.
For sure.
Definitely. But then on the flip side to it, I think that like your format, your formula of how you do the planning and all of that, like write that down in like an ebook or something like that, because people don't understand the creativity, the process, and like and how to stay consistent. And so to see somebody do it, they'd definitely be willing to learn from you, right? And so it's like I put on like educational events, and so it's like, all right, how you come just like talk about your process and teach people, because they'll be like, damn, that's good, right? They want to learn. And then you also have a lot of followers. So people look at that like, I want to get there. How'd you do it? Those little tidbits, I definitely think is like good ways to monetize.
For sure. And I appreciate that too. Cause like, that's another reason why I wanted to come on here. I've been, researching on everything that you've been doing. And, I would love some pointers too. Cause I feel like we never stop learning.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean? I can learn something new from anybody, any day. And I am trying to figure out what next lane I'm going to pivot to, because not everybody is going to always enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, maybe I should jump back into the YouTube space so people can get more personal on who I am as a person compared to what they see on social media. Because I do a lot.
Yeah.
I do a lot, but I'm willing to do a lot though, because I know what it takes,
I'm putting on so I do these things called content labs.
For sure.
And I sat down with Cam and we planned out like all the months that I'm gonna do one. So I got like, I'm gonna do like 4 or 5 next year. I'm doing one in January.
Yeah.
I would love to have you come.
Hey, I would love
and come speak to the people.
For sure.
Cause everything I'm trying to do is bigger and better, right? And just even like you being able to come and teach to people like, this is what I do.
Yeah.
This is how I do it.
Yeah.
This is how you can like use this for yourself.
For sure.
Right. I definitely think that that's good, because not only like do you have the knowledge, but you have the social proof that it works.
That it works, yeah.
And so people would love to like learn more. And I just think that we need more of that to help other people or other entrepreneurs to grow their business.
Yeah.
So we definitely can
I'm down
have
for
a
that.
conversation
I'm down
and make that happen.
And it's a language too. Like people got it. I watch a lot of YouTube channels and I'm like, I don't understand what they're saying. And then I'll watch somebody else who I'll understand exactly what they're saying. It's like, it's kind of like I said, it's a language thing too. If you say it say it the right way, some people won't get it.
Yeah.
And like I said, trial and error. I literally, that's all I do is I do research and I study the game. And I'm just grateful that it's working for me right now, because like I said, somebody else got 2 million on one of my videos, and I was like, well, did I get 2 million views or did he get 2 million views for my content? But I would definitely be glad to come through and
we gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing is that like we're connected now, right? We have this relationship, and that's you and me, Cab, everybody else, L3 Perspective, like how we do it is like we really build relationships and we really like work with each other and figure out how we can all help each other grow. That is one of the good things that I have ever since I met them, but then it's just how we just are together, because we're like that together genuinely. And so it's just like once we build those relationships, it's like, okay, how can we blow up and do all this stuff together? So definitely going to make that happen. I just want to say, like, I appreciate you.
I appreciate
for coming on here, man. I definitely appreciate this conversation.
For sure.
It was very insightful, and there was a lot of like gems in there. I think that's very important for people that's trying to create content for their page. I don't know I know we said who you are, but tell the people like your social media and stuff like that, so we can make sure they follow you, man.
Yeah. So my social media handle is Keith TFK, and that's Keith spelled like teeth. So KEETH TFK. And that's my social on everything, every platform, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And that's one thing I learned too, is be consistent with the name too. Don't have different names everywhere, because
you have to be easily found.
Have to be.
You have to be, right? If you keep on Instagram and then you Tony on TikTok, it's like, wait, how can I find you?
Exactly.
So definitely keep branding, right?
That's another
keep it
gem
all the
right
way
there.
across right
That's
there, right?
Gem,
so
sure.
I definitely appreciate you coming on. We definitely gonna, talk and do some stuff together. Right. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we head out?
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate this. Is my first time being interviewed, and more to come, you know?
More to come, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast, the #1 podcast in the Bay, Northern California. And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.